Good morning, everybody. It's Jerry and Mary Ann from our Chesapeake Bay Coffee Company. Good morning. Good morning, Mary Ann.
I don't know why now it's not going.
Mary Ann's not talking very much this morning. As you can see, she's a little dead tired. Actually, Mary Ann is in California right now. She'll be joining us shortly. So she is waking up very early to join us. And I'm just kind of seeing whether or not she's jumping on. I'm just going to give her another minute. How is everybody this morning? Hi, Rachel. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Sean. Oh, there's Mary Ann. Let's see. Here she is. Sorry, first time adding somebody. Mary Ann, are you there yet? Hi, if you're just joining us, I'm just waiting for Mary Ann. She's jumping on, I think. Oh, there she is. Are you there, Mary Ann?
Looking like hell. I'm here, yes.
All right.
I wasn't quite sure what to push.
It took a little time, so we have a few people on. I introduced you. This is you for today.
I've gotten awfully thin. Feed me, Jerry, feed me. Oh my Lord. Can you hear me? I don't have my headphones today because they're upstairs. It is actually like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning here in California.
That's what I had told people, that you were a little dead tired.
Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, that is what I'm going to feel like by the time I get back after jet lag tomorrow.
Yeah.
All's good. Yeah. All righty.
All right. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I didn't know if you had decided what we were going to do. Talked about what we are going to do. Okay.
I did.
Jerry and I obviously decided, well, we were talking about introducing ourselves because we've had our coffee shop talks, and but we really haven't told anybody who we are. We just, it's funny, you kind of assume your Facebook friends know a little bit about you and your story or your life or who knows what. But I know we're flipping back and forth.
Sorry, that was me.
That's all right. So we thought maybe we would just do a little bit of an introduction. So anyway, how about we're going to do it maybe in a question and answer format to each other, if that's all right. So I'll start. Jared, why don't you just talk a little bit about where you grew up and a little bit about your siblings, or how many you had and all that kind of stuff, a little bit of that.
I grew up in Newark, Delaware. Was born and raised there. I have two sisters. I am a middle child. I have an older and a younger. We're all about 2 years apart, so we're pretty close. Both my parents were teachers, and so we grew up having summers, to ourselves. We grew up traveling across the country in a car because my parents were teachers.
I was thinking of like this RV with Robin Williams. It wasn't like that?
No, at one point in time, we did have one of those big conversion vans that actually had this TV and a VCR, so we could watch videos. So that was pretty high tech for us. My sisters and I, we would sing and play games in the back of this thing. We would make our lunches, and we got to see a good part of the country doing that.
Oh my God, that's exciting. That
Yeah.
sounds like fun. I guess I'll take over from here, I guess.
Yeah, how about you?
I'm Mary Ann. For those of you that don't know me, I'm 51 years old, and I was born in West Orange, New Jersey. I have two brothers, both of which still live in New Jersey, not in West Orange, but they still live up in northern Jersey. Since Jerry was talking about vacations, our family didn't go on many vacations. My father had his own aluminum siding and roofing business. So because he was always working over the summer, it just wasn't something that we did as a family with my mom and my dad and my brothers. But my grandparents are from Ireland. They're both 100% Irish. We actually did our DNA, Ancestry.com, so I know. And they would go back and forth to see their family every 2 years. And so they took my brothers and I with them. So we wouldn't go together, but they would take me one year. I went when I was 9 years old. They'd take my brother another year. They'd take me the next year. And then every once in a while we went as the three of us. We did go once. So we went to the Aran Islands to visit my grandmother's family and a couple other places on the west coast of Ireland. So I went there when I was 9, 11, 17, 21. That was kind of a big part of me growing up. Yeah, definitely living in Ireland. We'd stay there for most of the summer already.
That's really fascinating. I would like to go to Ireland.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And it's amazing how I don't think of it as something, I do think of it as something special. I'm grateful for it. But because it was just so natural to just go there with my grandparents, I didn't think of it as a vacation. I used to think my whole life that I never went on a family vacation. But I spent, 3 or 4 different summers in Ireland. So that's a little bit about what I was up to when I was growing up. So Jer, where did you go to college? That kind of stuff?
I went to Delaware Technical and Community College. I graduated with my physical therapy assisting degree, and I have been a physical therapist assistant for 21 years. And I say that, and that I just, sometimes I still feel 21, so I can't imagine that I've been working as a physical therapist assistant for 21 years. So other days I don't feel 21, but for the most part.
I completely understand that, yes.
But I got into physical therapy because, yes, that is how we met. And I got into physical therapy because I always had a passion for kind of helping others. I'm a little bit of a science nerd. I love to figure out the way that things work, especially the body, how it works better. And I just kind of fell into it. My first year in college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was floundering. I was actually went to the University of Delaware for a year. Was just taking some core classes, sleeping in probably a lot more than I probably should have. But I finally kind of found my way. I just started volunteering. I knew I had a passion to help people, and I just started volunteering in a lot of different areas. Anybody who would take me, I would volunteer, and I ended up in a physical therapy gym. Actually through my father, who was the athletic director at the high school he worked at. And they have athletic trainers there, and they worked closely with a physical therapy office that was local that supplied the athletic trainers. And it just so happens in talking, the PT was there, and I asked to come in and see what was going on, and the rest is history. There you go.
To become a physical therapist. What had happened to me was in high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I was actually, if it wasn't for a teacher and a guidance counselor, I probably would have never went to college. I didn't know I was college bound. I don't think I took my PSATs, but a teacher took me out of the regular classes and moved me up into advanced classes or honors classes, whatever you want to call them now. And if that teacher didn't identify that I should have been in a different class. I don't think I ever would have gone to college, or I would have gone as an afterthought years later. So between that teacher and the guidance counselor, they started, saying, no, you need to go to college. So Kessler's Institute for Rehabilitation is in my town where I grew up in West Orange, New Jersey. And that is the place that Christopher Reeves went when he broke his neck. It's a very high level. It's just a phenomenal rehab center. So I went over there and started volunteering. And same thing with Jerry, once I started volunteering, I thought, well, this would be a profession for me. So anyway, I ended up going to the University of Delaware, and I have been a physical therapist for 28 years, full time, up until 2 years ago when I started my home business. Mm-hmm. So that's that.
That is so neat. I did not realize that about you, that you volunteered as well.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I was a
kind of neat that we both have that in common.
And they had brought, and you see, there's more similarities. I was a lifeguard.
Me too. Me too.
Oh man, look, I can't even remember the Cabana Club in West Orange, and they had brought a group of patients from. Or I don't know, some kind of from somewhere where they had disabilities. And that was what sparked my interest. I was like, I wouldn't mind working with people with disabilities. So then I went over to Kessler's Institute and asked if I could volunteer, and that's all she wrote from there. So Jerry, you're married with children. I know that.
Nice. I am. You know that, yes. I have been married to my husband, Jason, for this year will be 20 years. So that's another accomplishment I think that I know I'm very proud of. We have 2 kids. Tyler is my oldest. He will be 16 next month. So we're working on the driving.
I never knew what anxiety was until the kids started to drive.
And then Neil. Yes, it's a whole nother level. And then Neil is he'll be 14 in May. And he is my very athletic one. He keeps me on my toes. He wants to play everything imaginable. Well, basketball and football are his main ones. But between the 2 of them, they keep me very busy.
I knew that.
Running them around. And so, yes. But I enjoy it. I really do. I might gripe about it sometimes, but I am very grateful that they are who they are and that they're growing up. Tyler actually plays tennis, and he won his first match yesterday. So we were very excited for him. Yes. And how about you? I know. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And how about you? Tell everybody about your family.
Raising families is fun. You gotta love it and great about it. It's great. I'm married as well. It'll be 27 years this spring. I have 3 children. Nikki is 25. Kristen is 23. Robert is 20. Hey, there's the coffee. There's the coffee grinder, whatever they make the noise of when I talk. It always comes on when I talk. So anyway, Nikki is a CPA. She lives in Philadelphia, and Kristen is a teacher down at Bayview Elementary in Northeast, and Robert is at University of Delaware for biomedical engineering with a chemical engineering minor. So those are my children, and I'm so proud of them. So that's where I am. Alrighty, so Jerry, just tell me like one thing about like your life that's something that people may not know about you. I mean, something that you like, something that you enjoy.
Oh goodness. There's a lot of things I enjoy. I enjoy reading. If you follow me on Facebook, some of my posts are very Star Wars oriented. So that's something that I just love. Star Wars. I love the story. I love the good versus the evil. I love that good always wins. It always prevails. And I think that is me. That's where I came from. That's where I come from. I was born and raised in a Christian household, and God is always first and foremost in my life. And so that good always it always shines through. So I think that's something that maybe some people don't realize about me. Maybe they do.
Yep.
But that's kind of where I come
Of
from.
me?
So
Oh gosh.
how about you?
When you're
Is there
public on
something that
Facebook, I
somebody
think
doesn't
everybody knows
know?
everything about you. Um, well, just a little spin off of what Jerry said. I know that Jerry, oh my gosh, I go to her to hear, she helps ground me because, yeah, her basis in religion is she just has such a strong belief, and it's really nice. So we have a lot of conversations about this. Lots of conversations. And me, I'm a little bit on the
Thank
other
you.
end of the spectrum. I love spirituality. I read books on the law of attraction. I read books on deliberate creation, intentional, segmenting intentions, segmental intentions, we call them. But anyway, and that's what I'm in California for right now. I'm actually out here at an event for raising your conscious awareness. So, Jerry and I, one of the best things about our conversations, though, is that we do find a common ground between the two things that we talk about. That her beliefs and my beliefs really do, they all come back to a central belief about our. I'll just kind of leave it there because we could just go on and on. But we really have about our beliefs and our faiths.
Just
We
faith.
really do have a
Our
lot
faith.
in common about the things, regardless of how who we call what we call things. So that's really neat. It's a great conversation for us. Jared, how about how we got into business together? Yeah.
That's a whole other, yep. Well, yeah. I mean, we both were working together in a home care agency for
About 10
physical
years ago.
therapy.
Yeah.
10 years ago? Something, yeah, I think about 10 years ago. And we worked with each other for, it wasn't too terribly long, not quite 2 years, year and a half maybe, before Marianne had moved on out of that company into another place. But we had kept in touch just through different areas. I saw Marianne on Facebook one day. And just kind of knowing a little bit about Marianne from the time I had worked with her, I thought that was really kind of
Oh my
odd
God!
that she was on a
I
Facebook
wanted nothing
because
to do
that
with
didn't
social
seem
media.
like her.
I do not a little bit. Yeah, I don't watch television. I only read books. I don't. I don't like putting myself out there, even though I'm loud and obnoxious in a way. But no, social media was not my thing. But Jerry loves Facebook and social media, so she saw me. Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I do.
Yes.
I do. And I love it for the connections. I just love the, connecting with other people. And so I thought it was great. So I had, reached out to her and saw what she was doing. So it was about 4 years ago. She had reached out to me because she had become a nutritional cleansing coach, and I thought that was a little interesting, and I wanted to know more. So we had a great conversation, and that is what I had started doing as well. My passion for helping others just continues to evolve and kind of change as my I should say not but with healthcare changing. I needed a different avenue to express that because it was hard to, I guess, manage the changes in healthcare in regards to physical therapy.
Business partner.
And so Marianne and I have become great business partners, even better
so many
friends.
Doors, hasn't it? I mean, we've done so many things together since this started.
Of course. Absolutely. We do. And we travel. We've had a lot of travel. I'm sure we have bored everybody to death at this point in time.
Well, yeah. So Jerry and I are business partners. We both, being physical therapists and physical therapy assistants, we saw that, we didn't mind. I mean, we like working hourly, whatever it might be, but there was something more we wanted. And, nutritional cleansing just kind of made that it just bridged that gap. And also for me, it helped me with residual income. I got into, I started with the nutritional cleansing products, but I had a goal of putting my children through college without having them pay the high cost of the tuition themselves and have to take out student loans. And this business was just what opened the doors for me to make the residual income to send those kids to college. So that kind of comes full circle with my family, and it has been an absolute joy. I ended up getting laid off from physical therapy, which was pretty funny, but because I didn't even have to worry about it because I had my home business. We celebrated my layoff. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
We celebrated that. We
freed me to do more things. Like today,
we did celebrated that
3 days ago that I was going to be in California for this this conscious awareness event. And if I was working full time, I would not be able to be here today. So it has just been beautiful. And Jerry and I have traveled so much. We've been to San Diego together, Palm Springs, or Dallas, Texas, San Antonio, Las Vegas, enough that we don't want to go back.
San Antonio, Vegas.
So this has been a wonderful
several
thing
times
for us. We help people and we have so much fun doing it. But that's just a little bit about ourselves. So I'm sorry if we went along a little bit too long, but we just wanted you to know who we are. Yes.
We have a tendency to do that.
Yes.
Marianne and I have a tendency to go a little farther,
get back
a
upstairs.
little longer. We do. Well, I hope maybe you have found something. Yes, you do. You need to get to your stuff. And everybody, thanks for joining us if you've been on. And I hope you, kind of have learned something about us. Maybe just, comment below
Alrighty.
a little something about you that maybe you think we don't know.
The sunny
We'd love
California.
to hear.
See you now.
All right. Have a great day, guys.